What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Juice with Travel with Juice, and we're gonna do a quick video on Bogota on why you should move to Bogota as a digital nomad in 2022. Just a FYI, this footage is from last year. This is last October, and I was just lazy to make the video, so I finally got around to making it. Quick rundown of Bogota's capital of Colombia, home to 8 to 11 million people. Um, let's do a quick rundown on some stuff about Bogota. So as you guys can see in the weather, this is about the weather year round in Bogota. It stays around this temperature. It stays in the 60s, low 60s. It gets to the 50s maybe. But I don't think it gets past 70, 72, in my opinion. Like I was here in the fall last year and it's summertime and I got a jacket on. So it's 2022 July and I got a jacket on right now in the summertime. Right now it is, let's see the temperature right now. It is, yeah, about 58 degrees Fahrenheit in Bogota. So the weather is uh pretty sad. It gets rain, it rains a lot. The sun comes out in the morning, but that's about it. That's the only time you're gonna really see the sun. So that's a knock on Bogota. Another con, but actually, I don't mind the weather. I don't really mind the weather. Other people they really don't like this weather. But for me, I don't really mind about it. But that's that. Safety. If you stay in the certain areas that you need to be in, like actually, we're going to talk about what areas you need to stay in. But uh, safety is a bit of a concern here. But you just got to know where to stay. So that's going to be important. Um, yeah, let's go into where you would like to stay in Bogota. So you want to stay in the, for me, I think if you stay in the Chapinero area, let me pull up my map 1 second. If you stay within the Chapinero area, going towards, I would push towards what's that, Zona T, Zona T, within Chapinero up all the way up to Zona T, close by the Centro Comercial Andino, I think it's called. So that Andino, where all the malls, all the restaurants, nightlife is up there as well. But if you stay within Chapinero, uh, and just going up towards El Chico, within the El Nogal area or the El Esparitijal area, um, those are the areas I would recommend. Also, if you don't mind, you can be in La Candelaria. I just wouldn't walk around there at nighttime. Just be careful. But nightlife is thriving over there as well if you are into that. So I recommend staying in Chapinero, within Chapinero. Parque 93, Zona T, Chapinero Alto is a good area as well. It's a little um, far out, but those are the areas I would focus. I would stay in. I would stay in. I prefer staying in Chapinero. So now let's get into the transportation. How to get around. They have they don't have a train, which is very interesting. They don't have a metro like how it is in Medellin. But they do have a bus that goes up and down the whole city. I never, well, I did get on the bus when I first came to Bogota in 2019, and I've never gotten on it since because finances has changed and everything has changed. So I'm on Uber. Actually, I got on the Transmillennial just because it's called, okay, so it's called a Transmillennial. And that's the bus that you use to get up and down the city. But I think I just got on it just to be able to you know be within the city. Sometimes it's good to get use public transportation. Like don't knock it. It's you get to feel the city. You get to see how people moving around. You get to learn about some stuff, right? But I use Uber for the most part. I've seen prices go up from 5,000 depending on how you're going. If you're going 10 minutes, it probably costs you around 5,000 pesos, which is about $1 and some change. Um, if you are going a little bit further out, it can get up to 22. I think from the airport to Chapinero, which is about a 20-minute ride, it's going to cost you about 15,000 pesos, So about $3, $4. The most I think I've spent on Uber here was probably 25,000 pesos, which is not even $5 for 24. Yeah, about $7, $7 actually. Um, so yeah, that transportation is pretty cheap. It's not, it's a big city, so you're gonna cover a lot of ground going from place to place depending on where you're going, and also you got to factor in rush hour. Traffic can be bad, and you can get charged obviously for rush hour. So 22,000 pesos, about $6, is probably the most I think I've spent on Uber here. People say that Bogota is expensive, but I don't necessarily think Bogota is expensive. It depends on your budget. I think it has a cost for anybody, right? It's not like people. I think people say that Bogota is more expensive than Cartagena, but I don't think that that's true. Bogota for me even could be cheaper than Medellin for me. It depends on what you're doing, right? If you can, I think if you can spend less than if you make more than $1,500 a month, you can live good depending on how you live, right? It depends on how you live. So there's a pocket for anybody. If you want to spend a lot of money, if you want to get a penthouse, you can. If you want to, get you a little studio apartment, you can. I think the studio apartments could run you on Airbnb around like $400 or $500 for the month. If you want to get a penthouse or something with a high rise, I think you could spend up to, maybe $1,200 a month, $1,000 a month, but it's still cheaper than what you would be getting in the States, obviously, right? But I think if you wanted to live cheaper, if you wanted to live more expensive, um, you can you have that option, right? So just keep that in mind. Things to do in Bogota, right? You have the Monserrate, so it's a mountain you can go climb. Um, you can take a cable car. I think you could take a cable car going up there. There's a church within the mountains. It's a vibe. You go on a Sunday, everybody's up there, everybody's getting a workout in, hiking the mountain. If you are looking for to do, other stuff, you can go down to Santa. I think that's Santa Fe, yeah. Santa Fe area, La Candelaria. A lot of museums, a lot of different um, historical buildings that you can go visit. I think I did that last like I said in 2019 when I was here. I did the museum, the Botero Museum. I went to the plaza, messing with the birds, the pigeons. It's a good time going down south to La Candelaria, Santa Fe area. Also, my nomads on Tuesdays, if you want to practice your Spanish, there's a spot called Gringo Tuesdays. Um, it's called Vintrash. It's Vintrash. So I think they start at 7 on Tuesdays. Actually, it's Tuesday right now, and I'm going to be going there later tonight. And yeah, you can catch a little vibe, practice your Spanish, and it turns into a nightclub after. Speaking of nightlife, nightclubs, you want to be in that area, like I told you, Chapinero. I love Chapinero for nightlife. I think Bogota is so underrated, man. It's such a good time. I think the weather, gives it a bad rap and the safety a little bit, but I think Bogota is sneaking up to be one of my favorite cities uh, in Latin America, more than Mexico City, more than Rio. It's just like everything works, man. People are nice. The weather sucks, you know, but nightlife is really good. Like as nomads, we like to travel alone, right? I mean, most of the time we're traveling alone. We live alone. I, other than Bogota, I think maybe Guadalajara is the only time that I can go out alone and have a great time. Like if you go out alone in some cities, you're just not gonna have a great time as if you went, with a group, right? Bogota, I go to Chapinero, I go out alone, and I just have a blast. Obviously, probably Brazil too, but I wasn't really partying like that in Brazil. But Bogota is a vibe. I love Bogota nightlife. So just stay in Chapinero. You can go down to Santa Fe. Just be careful. Be careful. I wouldn't recommend going alone. If you're in a group, you can go in a group. They have this spot called Teatron. It's a Teatron. It's a gay bar. It's one of the biggest gay bars I think, or gay nightclubs in Latin America, I think, or South America, something like that. I went there one time, but it was straight. It's just not my vibe, right? But if I was gay, I would definitely have a blast in there. It's like a it's like a you can go to different pockets in the nightclub. It's a huge nightclub. You can go to like, oh man, I don't know how to explain it. It's a vibe in there. It's just not for me. You know, if you're a girl, you want to go in there. I think you have a great time. I just prefer to party in Chapinero. It's just my preference. All right. Wi-Fi is very fast in Bogota. You probably won't have any problems getting good Wi-Fi since it's the capital. Um, Wi-Fi in Colombia is up there. I would say that for digital nomads, Wi-Fi is up there. Um, just be safe, guys. You know, be safe. Um, even though Bogota is a great city, just be safe. Watch your drinks. If you go out with people, don't drink from people. Be careful. Um, and yeah, so if you're gonna come down here, Smart Fit, Body Tech. I think Body Tech you can go work out for a day if you wanted to. Smart Fit. I have a gym at Smart membership at Smart Fit. So I go to Smart Fit, but you can just get a day pass. I think the day passes are like $6, 25,000 pesos. Um, get an unlocked phone. You know, if you get an unlocked phone online, $100. I got $100 unlocked phone that I use for Colombia, and I just you know get a prepaid plan with Claro. You can get prepaid plans with Telcel, not Telcel's Mexico. I'm tripping with Movie Star and Wom, I think, but I go with Claro. So, uh, but yeah, guys, just be safe. Bogota is a vibe. I really like Bogota. And I'm trying to think of any closing comments. I think that's about it. If I do come up with anything else, I'll make an extra video on it. And yeah, it was nice making this video. I love Bogota, as you can tell. And yeah, I guess you'll love it too. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And I'm gonna catch y'all mañana or next time.